Hi, I'm LeilaFox from LeilaFox Nation. In today's video, I want to tell you everything you need to know about Minion Masters' new season called Sand Wars. The patch is out today, it's live, and we are ready to go, and boy is there a lot to talk about. This new season brings on some changes to the Battle Pass, brings on 10 new cards as well as some other variable changes. I am going to have some links below that I will talk about further as we go through the video. First thing to talk about is that this season is going to have a softer rank reset. What that means is last season I was Grandmaster, which meant that right now I am reset down to Platinum 5. In the past that wasn't the case. It was much further down that you were reset. So for this season, it's going to be a softer reset. Also, the silver ranking is going to have more points in between to allow for a larger pool of players to enter into that ranking as well. One of the biggest things people talked about when they heard about the new season were the changes to the Battle Pass. Now, the Battle Pass this season costs 1875 rubies. As you see, I already purchased mine, which is why it says I could purchase a tier for 250. But right off the bat, this is what you get if you do purchase the Season Pass, is you get the Scratsu skin, you get Season Bonus Glory, a Season Token, a Season Gold Star, and rewards. So already there is some really good stuff in this Battle Pass. Also, this Battle Pass is going to be increased from 100 to 125, which is going to allow for 25 more levels of rewards to accumulate, as well as another skin, a legendary arena, and there's 4 emotes in this Battle Pass. So far, I think for going from 1500 to 1875 for the added benefits, I think it's a great deal, and I am really excited to start ranking up and start collecting some of what is in this new Battle Pass. This season also brought on friend gifting. So now when you go into the shop, they give you the option to gift to a friend. So if I was going to grab, let's say, this unknown rare card, now you have the option to purchase as a gift. This is new. Before you can only buy for yourself. So now any of these options in the shop, you can use your own rubies to buy gifts for other people. They could be your Steam friends, they could be guild members. This just allows a nice new fresh friend sharing option. This season also brings on a new house event. So let me back out of here. And the house event, as we know, is located up on the top right. And here is the new event. Very similar to what we just had before this new season, is same thing. You're going to be collecting keys. When you fill up all of the keys for one house, you can choose to grab that card. So House for Valor is going to be the Wheel of Doom Legendary. House Triumph is going to be the legendary card Styxy, and House Glory is going to give you a random legendary. So if you don't understand what this means, is when you are watching streamers, when they have a watch and win, you are going to get a key along with your drops of gold. Also, while you're playing the game by yourself, every now and then you're going to have a watch and win prize. And if you win that game, you will be given a key. Now, what key will you get? That determines what master you are playing. So for example, if you are playing Morelia and you win your watch a prize game, you will get a House Triumph key. The same thing is also true for the streamer. Depending on what master the streamer is playing will determine what type of key you will get. So if the person you are watching is playing Mordar, who is House Glory, and they win the watch and win, you will get a key for the House Glory. All right, now let's look at some of the new cards. And this is how we're going to look at it. When we go to Season Token, here they are. There are 10 season cards, all right? All right, the first card we're going to look at is the Slitherbound. That is a Slither ranged minion. So now you can actually see what their animations look like. You can see what their character models are. And the Slitherbound is a 2-mana minion. This is going to summon both a Slitherbound Lancer and a Slitherbound Darter. One of the new keywords of the season is poison. And what both of these minions do is they inflict poison for 3 seconds each time they attack. Now, what is poison? I will get to that in the next card, which is Poison Strike. This is a 3-mana spell. Showers enemy minions in the area with the noxious fluids of Caeleth the Tainted, inflicting poison. Poison deals 20 damage each second. Now, it cannot be applied to masters or to buildings, but adding more poison does prolong the duration. Right now, poison will go for 6 seconds, and for each second, it will deal 20 damage. The next card is going to be the Sewer Scrat. That is a 1 mana, and this is a Scrat minion. Looks like he just came out of the sewers. When Sewer Scrat is hit by melee attackers, it inflicts poison. Again, 20 damage each second. But this time, the poison is inflicted for 5 seconds, which means this will last for 20 ticks of damage, is what this poison will cause. Living in the sewers of the Great Flying City of Bloon has side effects, and this is a 1 mana minion, meaning you can probably cycle it very easily and quickly. The next card is going to be a Caged Prowler. It's a rare 3 mana building. And you see the Prowler is sleeping inside, but that's only for a certain period of time. After 20 seconds, the cage releases the Prowler and it falls apart. So what ends up happening with this card is when you play it, it loses health for 20 seconds. And then once the health is gone, the cage opens up and the Prowler jumps out. That is how this card works for now. Also, preferring not to face the vicious beast, Slitherbound typically just activate the cage and run away fast. Meaning if you play Slitherbound, it will not last 20 seconds. When you play the Slitherbounds, the cage will open right up. Next card is going to be another spell. This is called Scratillery. It is a 5 mana Scrat spell, and it fires 5 furry rockets that each summon a Scrat on impact. There is another keyword to this season, and it's called a Scrat Swarm. Scrat Swarm is if you have at least 3 Scrat minions in your opponent's arena, then the Scrats that are summoned are going to gain Frenzy. Frenzy we are familiar with because it is not new, but it is plus 50% movement speed and plus 50% attack speed. So this can pair up with the new Sewer Scrat that we just saw, for example, or any of the plethora of other Scrats that are currently available in the game. Next card is the Slithering Summons. This was the new card that was just revealed today. If you guys had been following my earlier videos, I have 2 videos from before that were showing cards as they were released. This card was one that was held until the season launched, and this is called Slithering Summons. It is a 6 mana spell. It summons a living statue, a Prowler, or a Soulstealer. Now, sacrifice is again another keyword this season. Sacrifice means it kills all Slitherbound minions you command. So when you sacrifice, it reduces the mana cost by 1 for each Slitherbound you sacrifice. And Call Slitherbound. Add 1 Slitherbound minion to a Slither card in your hand, a max of 3, and summon all Slitherbound when played. So when you play the card, it will summon Slitherbound that you have. So this is a brand new 6 mana spell. Next we have the Boom Buggy. This is a 5 mana Scrat ranged minion, meaning that it can attack both ground and air. It fires a barrage of 6 missiles at random targets within range. This again has the keyword of Scrat Swarm, which again is if you control at least 3 Scrats in your opponent's arena, then this minion will get marksmanship, which is plus 2 range. And this is going to be another new card, the Boom Buggy. Next card, we have the legendary Herald Amon. That is a Slither flying minion. Holding the Eye of Ixpatel, we'll see if I said that right, allows Amon to cheat death once by performing sacrifice. And again, we just went over the keyword, that it kills all Slitherbound minions you command. Herald will heal for 50 health for each Slitherbound sacrificed. So that's important to know, is that if you have 5 Slitherbound minions on the board, if you sacrifice and all 5 are destroyed, then he will heal up for 50 times the 5 is what he will heal up for. He also brutally lashes groups of enemies and could call Slitherbound twice. So again, this time adds 2 Slitherbound minions to a Slither card in your hand for a maximum of 3, and when you play that card, you summon all of them. So this is one of the new legendaries, Herald Amon. We also have Ritual of Servitude. That is a legendary spell, and this is 2 mana. Summon a random minion card with mana cost equal to the lowest cost card that's started in your deck other than this card. The bindings of the Slither Lords are not easily broken. So again, this card will be in your deck, but it will summon a random minion with mana cost equal to the lowest cost card that's starting in your deck. Well, that's going to be a 1 cost, a 3 cost, a 4, whatever the lowest cost card is that started, it will summon a random minion with that mana cost. This is also a legendary. And the last card is Reconator 9000, and this is a legendary scrap minion. Now, what I love about this card, look at the scrap that is controlling him. I mean, come on, this is fantastic. I think I love everything about the animation on Reconator 9000. This has to be one of my favorites of the new cards released. This metal monster will slice and dice, which means it deals strong area of damage, AoE damage, with Saw Blade Arm, which is right there. Then he will slam and bam, which he slams the ground for 110 damage and knocks enemies back every 6 seconds. And then he will self-destruct. So he will stop attacking when he reaches 350 health and gains taunt, then explodes for 300 damage after 5 seconds. Now this one I have already seen being played, and it's a big minion. It looks really, really cool on the board, and like I said, I think he's one of my favorites. I also feel like we may have a new tank in the house, because this is a very tanky minion, and I can't wait to see how this works moving forward in some decks. As I mentioned, there were a lot of changes this season for Sand Wars, and personally, I'm really excited to get into the game, get some new cards, try out some decks. And what's also fantastic too is Beta Dwarf has a DLC on Steam right now. I'm going to have a link below, but you need to hurry because it will be free for a limited time. That's totally right. I did say the DLC is free, but only for a limited time. So I am going to have the link down below in the description. Make sure you check that out. Also, I'm going to have a link to everything we talked about today, as well as so many more other changes that happened, because there are a lot. So down below will also be another link that will include all of the changes and updates, as well as some card changes that came around. So of everything that came out with Sand Wars, what do you like? What are you happy changed? What do you wish that hadn't changed? Let me know what you think down below. Leave me a comment. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing and hitting the like button, maybe even sharing with some of your other friends that are interested in trying the game, or some other friends that are already playing the game. When you guys do that, it lets me know you appreciate the content and that you want to see more of this. You can also catch me streaming Sand Wars live 4 days a week. I do also have my schedule down below. I stream live on Twitch, and on Twitch I do have a live countdown calendar too. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, and hopefully you're going to get right into Sand Wars, and I want to hear all about it. Bye! Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed our video, you can catch us live on twitch.tv/LeilaFoxNation 4 days a week, on Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come on by and be part of our community, and we'll see you there.